I'm here in Oakland where these seats will soon be filled with a sold-out crowd as the Golden State Warriors take on the San Antonio Spurs in the final home game of the 08-09 season. I'm in the Oracle Zone where community groups get to come 41 times a year and watch the Warriors for free. Now that's just one of the things that the Warriors do for the community. Let's take a look at some other things that they do in this week's Community Spotlight. The Warriors may only have 7 healthy players, but that's not stopping them from finishing the season strong. They just beat Utah on the road 118-108 with C.J. Watson leading the pack. He had 38 points, which was a career high for him. Right behind him was Rob Kurz with 21 points, which was a career high for the rookie as well. Tonight they look to win again, this time at home, when the Warriors play their final home game of the 08-09 season right here at Oracle Arena. I'm Alicia J. Smith, and today Golden State's Steven Jackson took a timeout to read with kids here at the Oakland Public Library. You read 2 children's books today. What was your favorite book as a kid?
I kind of like the book about the fish day. My favorite book I probably read was probably Old Mother in the Shoe. You know, with all the kids. That was a crazy story because my grandmother had a lot of grandchildren in her house, and it kind of felt like that sometimes. So, but that's a book that I definitely remember.
Warriors fans saw 41 games this season. That's a lot of basketball and definitely a lot of amazing plays. Let's take a look at the highlights from the 08-09 season and this year's Golden State Top 10 Plays of the Year. Those were definitely plays that fans won't soon forget. I'm Alicia J. Smith, and those were your Golden State Top 10 Plays of the Year. I'm here at the Westgate West Verizon Wireless in San Jose, where all these fans are lined up to see Golden State guard Monte Ellis. It's been 13 years since the Warriors made the playoffs, and all these fans are here to make sure that the Warriors get that final playoff spot. Well, a lot of people have been waiting a long time to see the Warriors in the playoffs. You said you've been a Warrior fan for a long time. Did you see the last time that they made the playoffs?
Yeah, vaguely. You know, 12 years ago, 13 years ago. You know, it's been a long time. So. But I'm ready now, and just bring it on.
I'm Alicia J. Smith, and I'm sitting here with Thomas Howard, linebacker for the Oakland Raiders, and we're going to get to know more about him today, so thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start with the beginning of your career. You walked on at UTEP, University of Texas El Paso, and you became a freshman standout there. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
You know, it kind of came down, you know, to UTEP and another school, but I felt like UTEP was my best chance. And so I went on a visit, and, you know, Coach Nord was the head coach then. And he said that, you know, he liked me, they liked me, but it just for some reason it came down to me and another guy for a scholarship. He wanted to give it to that guy. But, you know, that didn't turn me away from UTEP. I just said, okay, well, I think I'm just going to walk on here, and I told him that, and he was glad to have me. I was what it's called like an invited walk-on, and you know that's where it all began.
You're drafted, and you're drafted to the Raiders, which is the team that you're currently on now. Tell me a little bit about the team and how it shaped you as a player and shaped your NFL career.
Art Shell named me the starter. Named me. I was going to start. You know, he wanted me to play outside linebacker, and I was going to start for him. And so right away it was like a lot of pressure. I felt the pressure on me to perform at a certain level because for me, I didn't want to let down my teammates. You know, I didn't want to be the guy out there, you know, missing assignments because football, unlike basketball, is total team sport. I mean, for me, it was just, you know, the pressure was on, you know, to study and, you know, to prepare myself, you know, to go out there and play at my best.
Let's look 5 years down the road. Where is Thomas Howard? What is he doing?
Thomas Howard should be at least a 2 or 3 time Pro Bowler by that time. Hopefully Thomas Howard has won a Super Bowl. I'm hoping that I'll be healthy, you know, and continue playing. You know, my goal was to play at least 10 years. So I would be, you know, close to, you know, reaching that goal. And I mean, we'll just see at that time how my body feels. If I feel like I still have enough to go out there and contribute to a team, I definitely want to continue playing. But if not, then, you know, right now I'm back in school and I'll be doing different internships to, you know, allow myself to be able to, you know, to make that transition from football to the real world. And so, you know, for me, you know, after 5 years from now, I'm hoping that I'm still healthy. I think that at that time I'll be able to move on from football if I want to and we'll just see, you know, how my body feels and where I'm at mentally, yeah.
Well, we've learned a lot about you today, but if people want to follow you in your career and the things you're doing in the community, how can they do that?
Well, I'm on Twitter, Mr53 on Twitter. You can check my foundation page, which is thomashowardfoundation.org. Those are ways to get in contact with me. The two ways to find out what's going on. I do tweet a lot, so you'll find out what's going on with me through Twitter.
All right, well, thank you so much for joining us today, and definitely check out him on Twitter,
Yep.
thomashowardfoundation.org,
Yep.
and Raiders.com
Yes.
for more information. With new faces like #1 draft pick Jamarcus Russell and new coach Lane Kiffin, the Oakland Raiders look to improve last year's 2-14 record. What are the big differences between teams of the past and this year's team?
Well, you know, everyone is different. You know, you have some coaches that are real excited, some coaches are real laid back. But, you know, the chemistry that I've seen right here is, you know, we have a mixture of, you know, a lot of older players, younger players, and the older players are talking to you, make sure we know what the goals is, and, you know, it's about commitment to excellence around here. And the thing is, you know, you got a lot of guys that, you know, believing in it, guys are following it right now, and we're definitely going to execute it right now.
Okay, last question would be, this is your final camp of the off season. What are you looking forward to in training camp?
Well, you know, a nice breezy Napa Valley, you know, nice weather. You know, I'm from sunny South Florida, so, you know, it's hot and humid down there. But, you know, when you in Napa Valley, you have great weather, you know, it's going to be exciting down there. You know, another camp, you know, and just go out there just to get the feel of it, get ready for the season again. It's going to be great for the fans as well as us.
Which is round 257, 258. Oh, nah, yeah, I did that plenty of times, man. I just prepare yourself, you know, the best to your ability, and whatever coach has to prepare you, better myself, I'm going to do it. Whether it's go home and work out myself or stay with the coach.
And he's not here. Some guys do it like to make sure you see him. I see him in here when he doesn't even know I see him in here at night, you know, just in this league. But we will use it at times to help us.
Tonight marks the last game of the Warriors' 08-09 season, but tonight isn't about beating the opponent, the San Antonio Spurs. It's about getting a final home win for the fans.